Hello everyone. Today I want to share with you 3 reasons I keep failing on my fitness journey. If you are someone who has also struggled with the ups and downs and you want to know some things that you can avoid in order to succeed in your goals, make sure you stick around. First, before I go any further, I just want to thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. I have been in this plateau since, 2 years ago when I started this journey, this channel, and it's just kind of like hung around 280 and just like kind of gone up and down. But for the first time I've hit 300 and I owe all the things to you guys. Like, it just really means a lot and it keeps me motivated and supported, and I hope that I can do the same for you. If you're on a journey as well, make sure you leave a comment so that I can follow you and support you as much as you guys are doing that for me. So thank you for my first 300. Alright guys, so if you are new here, my name is Christine and I am on a journey to spiritual and physical fitness. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about 3 things that have kept me from succeeding my fitness goals, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I was really hesitant to do this video today just because today was a really kind of tough day and it was my first day like this in a really long time. I had been doing consistently better, and when I first come up with the idea of this video, I was like, oh, these are things that I have overcome completely and now I want to share that this is how I'm avoiding them. But I think when you're in a habit of doing something for so long, sometimes it's hard and we have to just keep reminding ourselves. So alright, now let's get on to the video. So the very first thing that was causing me to fail in my diet, and something I struggled with today, is you cannot look to food as a reward. You see this a lot in fitness journeys and meal plans. You have cheat meals, cheat days, cheat weeks, treats or whatever it is, and you reward yourself for doing well. And for me, somebody who has struggled with a big mental factor as far as my relationship with food goes, when I give myself a reward, I just don't have that control. And I can say, oh yay, I'm gonna reward myself with a chocolate. Well, the chocolate ends up the whole bag. Or yay, I'm gonna reward myself with this cheat meal of pizza. Well, it ends up the entire pie, and then add on dessert, and then I just end up into these binge modes. Now, this is something I've improved on majorly. I hadn't struggled with that too much over the past month, I would say, or a little bit longer, but it is something I have to continue to remind myself every day, and I just hadn't this past week. So that would be my first tip, is to not look at food as a reward. Which brings me to my next one, number 2. Do not look at food as a punishment. Just in overall looking at rewards and punishments, you need to completely change your relationship with food. And what I mean by punishment is, like, if you have just a really bad morning or a really bad weekend, you can't go, okay, Monday I'm just going to go on fast, or I'm going to do this detox and I'm just going to punish myself and make up for lost time, make up for what I did wrong. And you're viewing it, whether or not you want to say, well, I'm just catching up or I'm just fixing my mistakes, it really is a punishment, and it again puts your mind in this negative mindset and relationship towards food. And when you're punishing yourself, at least if you're like me, you're just sending yourself back into that bad cycle, and you need to look at food positively. Which brings me to number 3. And number 3 is looking at food as fuel. So first of all, your relationship with food needs to be that is the fuel for your body. You either fuel your body physically for energy, or you fuel your mind for that enjoyment. And what do I mean by that? Okay, well, obviously the first part is the energy, protein, carbs, or whatever you get from foods that are heavy in nutrients that fuel your body to keep moving forward. But also there's a social and emotional benefit to enjoying cake or having dessert with friends or whatever it is. Sugar and whatever those other things that are, I'm not a scientist, but I know that it sends off hormones to your brain and makes you feeling good, and you're enjoying that. And I think that doing things to make yourself feel good and happy are really important. So that's the two ways that you're using those things to fuel your body emotionally and physically. So I don't know, call me crazy, but that's just the idea that I've come up with, is that when I have completely changed the relationship with food, not using it as a punishment, not using it as a reward, and just using it to fuel my body and, you know, enjoy those nicer meals as well, it ends up going really well. And I just want to briefly talk about that second part of number 3, which is planning it out. I guess I could call it 4 tips, but just planning out whatever that is. And I don't care if it's a detailed plan or if it is a just vague plan of, okay, I'm going to do intermittent fasting and I'm only going to have, you know, beverages until a certain time, and then I'm going to have a meal fueling my body for lunch, and then I'm going to have a meal fueling my body for dinner, and then right before I close that intermittent fasting window, I'm going to have an enjoyable treat. I guess I'll use that word, treat. But planning it out. And I do it. I say every single day I'm going to have something to sit down and enjoy, because I do enjoy food. I enjoy flavors. I enjoy just the, you know, when I have ice cream, it's just a memory for me of sitting down with the family. Everybody has their bowl of ice cream, watching a movie. It's just a nice thing that I enjoy. So I've planned that every single day I have one thing that I enjoy eating. And so planning it out is so huge. I hope this was helpful. I know it was a bit last minute. Like I said, I was really hesitant to put this video up just because especially I've been struggling with these things today, but what better time, I guess, to share the failures than when you're failing. So yeah, so just a recap, I guess I'll call it 4 tips of how not to fail your diet is to not look at food as a reward. Don't look at food as a punishment. Look at food as it is fueling your body or mind if it's an indulgence. Or lastly, planning your meals. So again, I just hope this helped for anybody who might be going through the same journey where there's that mental aspect or just a negative relationship with food, whether that's something you've had in your entire life or just developed over time. I hope that you can let me know if you use these tips or what you think about these tips. Maybe you disagree with these tips, I don't know, but I would just love to hear how things are going. Make sure you leave me a comment. I've just really enjoyed starting to get to know different people on their journeys, and I just think the more support we can have for each other, the better the outcome. So I hope to see you in my next one. Bye guys.